Hi, my kitty babies. How you guys doing today? I'm doing great. Before I get started my video, I want to ask you guys to please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that hit that post, hit that post notification bell so you know when I post. Okay, so y'all, this is gotta be part 2 of the last video. There's a video uploading right now, y'all. Go watch that video and come back to this video. But this is part 2 of it. I had to stop the other video because the other video got extremely long. I ran out of storage, so but we're back here. So I need to talk about something. I missed a lot of things in my last story because my mind is just all over the place when it comes to it. But I want to talk about when I discovered that the person was schizophrenia, that his mom was right and he was schizophrenia. So we like I said, this, and I found this out before we moved in together. Actually, right before we moved in together, I forgot about this, but like I said, we used to travel a lot together, like walk around the city together, catch buses, this place, that place. And I remember when we used to be walking, he used to like be looking over his shoulder a lot, like you know, all the time. I'm like, what you? And he was like, oh, he would say something like, oh, you don't hear that, you don't see that, you don't see that person, you wanna, no. And there was a point where he was very adamant about moving to Atlanta. And again, I just was against it because I'm like, we're just getting together. Like, how are we gonna have? I'm not big on long distance relationships. If you want to go, you can go, but I'm not gonna be here for you. And I remember him going to my dad's job and telling my dad that he wanted to move to Atlanta because people were trying to kill him. And I'm like, so my dad was like, yeah, oh, my dad thought he was serious. My dad was like, kid, this person, he trying to get away. He said people are trying to kill him. Blah, blah. I'm like, man, and I instantly dismissed it. Like, I'm thinking to myself like, no, this guy, he's just, I don't know. I just did not believe the whole people trying to kill him thing. I just think that it was all in his mind. I told my dad like, no, I don't think that's what it is. So I remember talking with the guy. I was like, listen, are you schizophrenic? Like, I remember always asking him, like, are you schizophrenic? Like, do I have to worry about you? Like, what's going on? And he's like, no, kid, I really, you don't be seeing people. Like, I be seeing these niggas follow me. Excuse my language, y'all. These N words follow me. These N words following me. But again, I never see anybody. And I was always so confused. Cause I'm like, maybe he does see people. Maybe I don't know what the world's happening. Whatever. So that was always up in the air. Like, I'm like, okay, that could be, that can go either way. That he can really be seeing things and something might really be happening, or nothing could be happening at all. Like, I was always strongly on the nothing can be happening at all side. Cause I'm like, what? And so okay, so fast forward, when we were living together, I remember he was like, kid, you don't see that lady in the hallway? A lady in the hallway? He was like, yeah, she got on a wedding dress. She got on a white dress. A white lady. You don't see that lady in the hallway? So he stood about the bed. I'm like, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy. You crazy. I don't see no lady. I don't see no lady. And again, this happened when we first moved to our apartment. So yeah, I've been seeing things. I can't front and say I have not been seeing things, but not seeing things, but I've been seeing like signs of schizophrenia, red flags. And it was another time we was at his mom's house and he was sleeping. We were both sleeping, and I got up and I was trying to get him up, and he woke up swinging. He hit me, and I'm like, what you doing? And he was like, these niggas trying to kill me. These N-words trying to kill me. These N-words trying to kill me. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm dealing with a Looney Tune dude, But like I said, as I heard from my other video about me dealing with a toxic guy, once I'm in it and I've invested my time and energy into a person, it was hard for me to let go. So I saw these things, I'm like, So I used to Google things like how to love a schizophrenic person. Is it possible to love a schizophrenic person? And I was trying my best to love him through everything. And I loved him a lot. I did. But I was like, am I putting my life? Around this time, like, I was very, very faith based. And so, like, I believe that Jesus would not let me harm, allow myself to be in a harmful situation where I would lose my life. So I didn't think like nowadays I think very very hard about heavy, especially to become a parent, about involving myself with people who may in my life. I've been traumatized by my last situation. I told you about in my last video. So now I'm very 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 cautious. But back then, I was so faith based. Like, I just knew that God would not allow me to, nothing happened to me. I just knew. I just knew. People thought I was crazy because I just knew that I was favored. I still know, but I'm still like, nowadays, I'm just more cautious, about who I choose to be with. Now I'm not as spontaneous with dating like I used to be. And so, yeah, so like I said, he was like, people were trying to kill him in sleep. And I'm like, wait, you was dreaming? Like, what's going on? But let's really talk about this, But he was still in denial about being schizophrenic. I said, JJ, if you need to take medication, you should take medication because what? Yeah, and so that was just that was something. But now I want to talk about my jail experience. I have a little bit of time. I have some time now. Okay, so got to jail, and the lady was like, welcome to the Beggars Club. It was so funny. It was 5 women, and we sat in that holding cell and we just was talking to each other, and I was just like kind of like just, and I was asking how to use the phone. I used the phone to call my family and told my dad and them what's going on, and I called some people and just was letting them know what's going on and stuff like that, and I was just sitting back and listening to everybody's stories. And they asked why I was in there, and I told them the everything. I told them everything because I wish I did to the police. Like, I wish I told the police what happened. Like, like what really happened. I never got the opportunity by the way to tell my truth when it comes to that. When it comes to the system, I didn't. I was unable to. I did talk to one female officer in there. I told her what happened, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't think you should marry him. I don't think you should marry him. I don't think you should marry him." But I did by this time, call off the engagement. But okay, so they moved us from one holding cell to a bigger one, and I remember being in that one, and I remember it was like 2 other ladies in there, and they had some crazy stories. I was just in there like so mind blown. I forgot the stories, but my mind was just so blown. One lady was facing up to 7 years. Another lady was facing life because she killed someone, and I just was like, I'm in a cell with killers. But they were so cool. They were cool, man. They were cool. And I remember praying for them. I remember us all sitting down. I remember praying for everybody. And then that night someone came in and mopped our floors. And I remember I realized okay, I'm gonna be here overnight, so let me go to sleep. I didn't eat anything because I didn't want to use the toilet in front of everybody, so I just did not eat anything or drink anything. But I ended up falling asleep under the bunk bed because someone had already cleaned the bottom bunk. Someone cleaned the top bunk, so I slept under the bunk bed. And the next morning they called my name, and I had got moved. I had to get changed. Okay, first of all, we was in a room of naked women, and we had to bend over and cough. But they were just so interested to look around at all these different kind of bodies in real life. Like I saw like a lot of porn videos where their bodies but like in person, like all these. It was so interesting. Like, I was looking around like. I was like. No, I wasn't like that, y'all. But in my mind, I was. But on the outer surface, I was like, But on the inside, I was like, oh my god, that's crinkly. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, her body's cute. Oh, her body's big. I was just listen. It was an experience. Like I just love women. I'm not a lesbian or anything like that, y'all. But I love like women and their beauty and our different forms and shapes of breasts, and I just love looking at women's bodies. So like I was very intrigued. So that happened, and then I ended up having to get changes to excuse me. I'm always burping, y'all. Excuse me. Changes to an orange jumpsuit, y'all. Was it orange or was it brown? I forgot. or blue. I don't remember. Anyways, and so they moved me to the cells. Got in the cell with a woman. She looked like a man. She was very rough looking older woman. She had long dreads. She had a really rough face. I thought she was a man. And she was cursing and was like she I don't want to wait in my motherfucking cell and I've been here for such a motherfucking years and I ain't about to. She just was cursing and just like upset that I was in there. So I was like, and she said, "Don't think I'm gonna give you none of my blankets." She had blankets on her bed. I didn't have no blankets on my bed. "Don't think I'm gonna give you none of my blankets and motherfucker." Nah. So I remember rolling over and I remember praying like, "Lord Jesus," and I prayed for that woman. I was like, "Lord, that's someone, grandma, someone, mother, Lord, I pray that you bless her soul and bless her heart." I prayed for her. I forgot the exact prayer, but I do remember praying for her soul and praying for her heart and praying for her family and praying for her mental and everything. And I ended up going to sleep. Well, I ended up waking up and she hadn't placed the cover over me. And she was like, she's sitting inside her bed. She was like, "I apologize." And she apologized to me, y'all. She apologized to me, y'all. It was like so sweet. She was a totally different person. And I'm like, "It's okay. And she was like, "Well, why are you here?" And I told her a little bit, and she was just she was so sweet, like, she was so sweet, so uh yeah, that was a drastic change in her when I after that prayer. But she talked to me, she didn't really talk to me about why she was there, but actually she had any family, and she told me that she had 2 sons and 4 grandchildren, and yeah, so okay. I didn't ask why she was there. I just wanted to like get to know her a little bit. But right after that, they ended up calling my name to leave, and so I ended up leaving, and I grabbed my things and changed my clothes, and JJ was outside waiting. I'm thinking my dad and my mom come to get me. JJ was outside waiting on me, and this is me, right? I don't hold grudges, okay? I was able to laugh at our situation. Like me and him laughed the whole way to cause we went to my mama's house afterwards, and we laughed the whole way there about what had happened. I said, "You're crazy ass," I remember we went to my mom's house and we laughed about it there. We sat with them, we laughed about it there, and my mom was like, "Y'all crazy," and I was just like, "Oh my god," but that was major to me because I never had wanted to be put in that predicament where I would be in a situation. So at this point, I was planning an escape with this guy, being that I've experienced him and how he um, holds me hostage in the home. Um, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna just up and leave because he won't let me leave. So let me just take it day by day, But I was planning an escape, but I knew how to work him. Like I knew that I needed to keep a straight face, with him. I couldn't start no arguments. I wasn't scared of him, but I just did not want to go down that path again. I didn't want to go that. I had lost my job after I got out of jail. I lost my job. That's one thing. I didn't want to go down that path again. I wanted a better life for myself, so I played it day by day. I still was doing. I still was cooking for him. Let me tell you something. So I didn't say this part. So it was a point where this was after I got out of jail. I couldn't. It's not like I couldn't find a job, but I just wasn't finding a job. I was just trying to plan my escape, and so I was like just keeping the house clean, make sure he came home to cook meals. I ended up coming across his second phone, and in that phone he had messaged his brother because his brother ended up moving in with us. His brother was there when I got out of jail, but I had read messages saying that he's trying to get me out of there and that she should be leaving soon and this and that blah blah. So I'm like, oh, he is the enemy, right? So me seeing that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my ass out of here, all right, okay? And so I didn't confront him about it. I just, he came home to cook meal, from work, and I was not sleeping with him at all, but I still was just trying to muster up a plan. So I remember one morning he had become a controlling, y'all. It had became a point where he did not want me going with him places. Like he would just up and leave me at the house by myself. I wasn't driving, and I mean I had no problem walking wherever I wanted to walk to, but I would not leave the house because there was a time where we had gotten to it and I left the house, called myself leaving the house, and he changed locks on me. Yeah. So I did not leave the house. I just would stay home. And anyway, this one particular day, he had up and left with his brother. Didn't let me know where he was going, and they left for a long time. And I was just like, where is he at? And he wouldn't answer the phone for me. Nothing. I'm like, he's too just. I don't like people having control of me like that. Like I was not working. He knew that, and I felt like he didn't respect me because I wasn't working. Um, and so I was like, oh hell no, I'm about to. Okay, I'm okay. All right, you want to just leave? So he ended up leave. He ended up leaving. And he ended up coming back, and he ended up going to work. He was like, go to work, and he was like, I'm leaving. I was like, all right, have a good day, be safe. Mwah. Once he's out that door, I hit my cousin up. I was like, look, grab a few other cousins, help me get my shit out of this house. I'm leaving ASAP. And okay, I didn't mention that how my phone was broken at this time, so I had to use my neighbor's phone. Something was wrong with my phone. It was off. I think it was off. But I had to use my neighbor's phone. He wouldn't let me because he was like, again, he was working. He wouldn't pay my phone bill. I hated that. I hated that. I was glad I didn't marry him, and I was ready to leave. So, use my neighbor's phone. Like, look, grab people. We gotta go. So, my cousin ended up pulling up. My dad ended up pulling up, and we ended up moving everything out of that house. My sister even grabbed like soap and toothbrushes and toothpaste and all kind of stuff. She was like, "Oh, the refrigerator yours? Oh, the microwave? The trash can? What the piece of paper? The trash right there yours? Or that's yours? I'm getting it." So, and his brother was there like, "Oh shit, this girl, she taking everything." But y'all, I left his brother because his brother sleeping on the couch in the front room, and I left his brother the couch. But I couldn't take that with me. Like my sister was like, "You should take it with you." My mom used to say, "You should take it with you." I didn't take it with me. I'm like, whatever. And so I ended up leaving. I ended up getting my ass on because I was sick of it. He had no idea about it. He thought he could come home to me, but nope. And when I left, I remember him calling me a kid. Really? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. You're not about to play with me. You're not about to play with me. No. That's not the life I want for myself. No. No. So I had no problem getting my ass. And like I was saying, y'all, get on. When y'all just experience domestic violence, when y'all experience controlling people who don't let you do nothing or whatever. At that point, I always had the confidence in who I was, and I always knew I deserved better. I always knew I was blessed and highly favored in the Lord. And I still know, and I still know who I am, and whatever, but, I just still dealt with certain situations because I would put so much into it. So it wasn't the fact that I did not think I deserved better. It was more so I put all this into it, so I'm gonna stick it out as long as I want to. But anyway, when I finally turned away, I turned away, and I was done. I was done. I was done. I was done. I was done with his ass. Okay, and he did not like it. He tried to get me back. He would beg to get me back and everything, but no, no, no. I could not keep doing that to myself. I couldn't keep doing that to myself. I mean, I knew what I wanted. And for one, like I wanted a child. For some reason, in the 2 years we were together, we never conceived the child. And my monthly was so irregular, like I said before in the past video. Remember I said something about how I was with someone who we tried to conceive a baby, but it did not work out. Well, yeah, so that was him. Like it did not work out. We tried, but it did not work out. And so I'm glad I did not have a child from him because that mean I would have had to been tied. That would mean I would have had to been tied to him for years and years and years. I just did not want to have no kind of connections to him, no kind of ties. I even broke the soul tie. I prayed away the soul tie between us because I'm like, no, this is not what I want. So that's it. Learn from my experience, y'all. Learn from your own experiences. Get your asses out and know that you deserve better. You deserve better. You're beautiful women. You are handsome men. You deserve better. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Love ya. Peace out.